Hi, do you know that the pioneering, private sector-led marine megaproject, Sabah Al Ahmed Sea City, has transformed a vast area of salt marsh into an incredible waterfront development that will host over 150,000 people? Let's start the video. This development has been made a reality by the vision of Khalid Youssef al-Marzouk, the determination and drive of his son Fawaz Khalid al-Marzouk, and the support of Kuwait's head of state, Amir Sabah al-Ahmed al-Jaber al-Sabah. An ambitious, one-of-a-kind real estate megaproject has taken shape in the deserts of southern Kuwait that has to be seen to be believed. Named in honor of Kuwait's head of state, the Sabah Al Ahmed Sea City has surpassed any single residential development in the country's history, both in terms of scale and technical complexity. To put it in perspective, an inland area the size of Manhattan Island is being transformed into a thriving, seaside community. This has been done through an incredible feat of engineering whereby a vast network of waterways from the Arabian Gulf has been constructed that now reaches more than 5.5 miles inland. The influx of seawater has turned a swath of environmentally impoverished hypersaline salt marsh into a city-sized waterfront of azure sea and white sand. Once completed, Sea City's world-class beaches and luxury waterfront properties will host over a staggering 150,000 residents. The vast majority of these will have waterfront properties along the banks of a clean, pristine, newly created shoreline. Over 200 kilometers is being created and the water is very swimmable. The water quality inside the lagoon system is identical to that of the open water, explains Fawaz Khalid al-Marzouk, CEO and chairman of Ala Al Kuwait Real Estate Co. This company has grown in leaps and bounds during the course of the project, especially in terms of technical expertise. The unique nature of Sea City has seen them design new operational methods for everything from bespoke methods for dynamically compacting soils to mass production of concrete floating pontoons. In fact, completed phases have established world-class marinas for mooring yachts and sailing vessels, a favorite pastime of Kuwaitis reflected in national symbols and history. As Mr. Al-Marzouk told Globus Vision, "We have 4 marinas here and the smallest is already the largest in Kuwait. We have 2,710 marine berths with the ability to accommodate craft up to 132 feet in length. Historically, the lack of marina berths has stifled boat sales. We have solved that problem for the foreseeable future. More technically advanced than artificial peninsulas created in neighboring countries, Sea City has brought the ocean to the desert, rather than backfilling millions of tons of material into the sea. The difference is one of environmental sustainability, as issues caused by rising sea levels are mitigated. Furthermore, formerly unusable low-lying wasteland has now been added to the pool of available residential property in a country fighting to meet housing demand. However, the fact that Sea City is a completely greenfield project means that it is disconnected from any nearby settlement. This necessitates the establishment of completely new infrastructure needed to support the community. Looking at the massive, nationwide demand for housing, Lawler Real Estate has laid the foundations for 100% habitation in the coming years, and has already seen a rapidly growing level of occupation use as the development springs to life. While Sea City properties will predominantly be used as second homes initially, there will be a migration towards primary homes use as well. This said, we plan the infrastructure to handle full occupation. This means that sewage treatment, roads, electricity, and water have all been built with a scenario that 150,000 people will be occupying the city. With phased construction, we already have peak occupancy in excess of 10,000 people. Sea City is rapidly coming online and demand has been strong, for a good reason. As Mr. Al-Marzouk points out, this is the only place you can buy freehold, beachfront property in Kuwait, so it has been very popular. We congratulate all the people involved in this project at this moment of glory, marking the fruition of years of perseverance and toil. They have shown us what the private sector is capable of, and we wish the private sector continues in the way of this project. Amir of Kuwait, Sabah Al Ahmed Al Jaber Al Sabah. The Sea City project is under the patronage of Amir Sabah Al Ahmed Al Jaber Al Sabah, an ecologically sound marine oasis. One aspect of Sea City that has garnered positive reactions is the strong focus of Lawler Real Estate on nurturing and protecting the newly flourishing ecosystem that has sprung up within the development. Scientists were part of the project from its inception and have not only monitored and cataloged the colonization of new waterways by indigenous wildlife but assisted in the master planning to ensure ecological success. Approximately 1,500 species of fish, crustaceans, birds, and other marine life have made the waterways and shores of Sea City their home. Stands of mangrove trees and a wide variety of salt-tolerant plants have been planted along the banks of Sea City to both stabilize the shore and provide habitat to the teeming ecosystem. New species have even been discovered and named by the scientific community. In effect, this amounts to a regreening of the desert, a dream held dear by both Kuwaitis and other people of the Gulf. The success of Lawler Real Estate in bringing water into an environmentally impoverished land to create a new ecosystem has garnered regional and international attention. This is particularly the case given the detrimental effect of climate change and subsequent water stress on the Middle East. Scientists and academics have lauded the unique techniques and approaches utilized on the project, and numerous references to its positive impact have been published in papers and international publications, adds Mr. Al-Marzouq. At the official opening ceremony, on December 17, 2009, Sabah Al-Ahmed commended Khalid Youssef Al-Marzouq and his sons. We congratulate all the people involved in this project at this moment of glory, marking the fruition of years of perseverance and toil, led by my brother, Khalid Al-Marzouq, and his son, Fawaz, along with his brothers, supported by multitudes of dedicated workers, partners, and contractors. He said, "They have shown us what the private sector is capable of, and we wish the private sector continues in the way of this project." The private sector solution. City remains Khalid Youssef Al-Marzouq's and his son Fawaz Khalid Al-Marzouq's legacy for Kuwait, as does his example of the power of private sector achievement in an area traditionally dominated by state-led development. The project has demonstrated what the private sector can do when empowered by political leaders with vision. It was the first mega-project of its type and has set the scene, proving that it can be done and it can be sustainable. Furthermore, it highlights how much technical know-how can be accrued by Kuwaiti companies during the life of a mega-project. Looking back, Mr. Al-Marzouq smiles, recalling, "When Lawler Real Estate began this project, it didn't own a shovel. We are now one of the biggest construction and development companies in the region. We are now probably the largest marina construction company outside the US or Australia. We turn over in the region of 30 pontoons per week, which is a huge production volume. We hope you enjoyed the impossible construction of Kuwait Sea City. Don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel for interesting videos like this."